Hi, I'm here today with Michael Serry, who's been my dance instructor for 3 years now.
It's been that long?
Yes, it's been almost 3 years. Well, a little bit, maybe 2.5 years. So I have had 2 dance instructors who have really changed my life since my brain aneurysm rupture. One was in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and
Carolina Buenaventura.
Carolina Buenaventura, she's fantastic, absolutely. So, and I wish I could have her closer. So when I came back, I went looking for someone who would continue with the true Argentine tradition, and found Michael Serry, and we have been together since then.
That's right.
So, thank you, Michael, for all of the countless hours of instruction. I actually would love to hear...
Pleasure.
Thank you. I would love to hear from you a little bit more about tango first. Like, what is tango to you, tango the dance, and why is it important to you?
Well, that's a big question. You know that, Tarja,
Yes.
being a now very accomplished tango dancer. What is tango to me? Sometimes, tango to me is a lot of things. It's a big part of life. You've heard that probably very often, but for me, it's a part of life that helps me pull things together. As you know, these days, life can be quite fast and unpredictable and complicated. And the tango is an avenue for me, and I think it is for a lot of people, to channel some of the energy that gets diverted back and find something that is immediately accessible and by way of connecting to another person and to the music, and then give a little bit orderliness to life. That's important.
Yeah.
But more than anything, I started dancing tango for the music of the Argentine tango. So, what is it to you?
Which is, well, for me, actually, I love the fact that you talk about it as connection and almost portal to life, because that's what it became for me. It was a way by which I could connect back to myself and also to other people near me. And it was an avenue to joy, just pure joy. And I think maybe that's the combination of being able to feel the music and move to it.
You certainly do that. Yeah. And you enjoy the dancing, I can tell.
Yeah. But it was very difficult at the beginning. So I had to...
At the beginning, you mean after the...
Yeah, tango is always difficult. You never quite learn it, right? But for me, it was more difficult because I couldn't really take instruction. And somehow you managed to instruct me anyways. So what was the trick?
I tell you, there is a very simple trick. The teacher shows up when the student is ready. And you are ready on day 1. And every time we've had a lesson or a class, you've been ready. That's a teacher's dream. So that's it. You did it.
And you had the patience to teach my body how to make my brain take orders from my body, because the brain wouldn't take any orders by verbal instruction.
Well, it was a learning experience for me, because every dancer has strengths, and you have to find those and speak to those. And you don't speak literally. Sometimes you speak figuratively. So we found some of the ways that you can learn fast, and we work with those.
You know what was really interesting about working with you, and continues to be, is I think you also pointed out to me sometimes when things were in my head, and like your favorite sentence you sometimes say to me is, I think that's in your head. You think you can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's in your head. Remember the balance conversation?
Yes.
And you kept saying, it's in your head. It's in your head. And then he would show me a move, and sure enough, it was in my head.
Yeah, and it's not just, I don't think it's only because of your experience your personal experience with the accident that you had. But many people seem to put roadblocks in front of themselves.
Yeah.
And they are not really there.
Yeah.
You know, in tango, we see this a lot. People come in, and I don't know if it's specific to here where we live or elsewhere. This is the only place I know. I dance tango. You know, I have 2 left feet. I say, okay, I teach you to dance with 2 left feet. I don't know. Maybe you don't even have 2 left feet. You know, you find another reason to block yourself. And the tango dancer has to have an intention to dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you have an intention, a halfway decent teacher will find a way to make it work.
I think if you survive for sure, when you survive a brain injury, it leaves you with this sense of loss, like you're not complete anymore. And so it takes a lot of courage to step out and say, okay, I'm going to dance. You know, I'd always danced my entire life. And yet I remember being super nervous just coming to class. It wasn't even going to Milonga in the beginning, because it was more of, I wonder what others will say because I can't follow or whatever. And it wasn't until really maybe at least 6 months into it that I finally figured out that it's not about that at all. It's just about dancing. And the minute you let go of this thinking of what will others say and think and judge, then you enjoy that moment.
Well, my hat's off to you, because you come to class and we dance, and you know, you've never made it a point to talk about any of that stuff.
Well, you know, this is a very friendly group.
Yes.
Yes.
But the you know, one would never know that you seem to think that you have some kind of handicap, which I don't think you do. One would never know.
Yeah.
I mean, just by the way you are in class, by the way you dance, you exchange, you ask questions, you answer questions. So
what about for those who have more of a handicap? I mean, there are other survivors who really struggle with movement, but they can still, I believe, I don't know if you've seen all of the research about dance, and doctors in UK are starting to prescribe dance for people with Alzheimer's, for instance.
Yes, I've seen a lot of references to that. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about all of that as a dance instructor?
I think it's perfectly legitimate, and I recently made a video. You remember the video at the festival? That I think the music in general, but maybe in some ways, especially Argentine tango, has a therapeutic effect.
Yes.
It can have a therapeutic effect. And well, take valse, for example.
Yeah.
You know, it's in Argentine tango we have 3. There were many genres, but there are 3 that are still danced: tango, milonga, and valse. And the valse has a rhythm.
Yes.
This rhythm is the same rhythm that the human heart beats. It is 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if you look at the echocardiogram and just put the stethoscope here and listen, you will hear that is the rhythm of the heart.
That's amazing.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating.
Right.
And that's just one little cue. That rhythm, and in tango we have rhythm. In tango, in valse, in milonga, is a natural channel for living beings to connect to themselves, to connect to the environment and to others. So I find it absolutely not a surprise that, and I see the published papers, you know, and that they are finding ways of bringing the power of music to healing or to enhancing the quality of life of patients with all kinds of diseases, not just related to neurological disorders. Yes, it makes perfect sense to me.
That's good.
Yes.